Hey everyone, I'm doing Quiet Water Inspiring Craft. So this is in addition to one of the videos that I made. I said I was going to be making an Easter gnome from my Valentine's video gnome. But yes, I am super excited to make this. Everything that I purchased from Walmart and the Dollar Tree. So you should be able to find everything there. The only thing that I didn't was my wine bottle because I purchased mine at a local winery. If you want to do wine bottle gnomes, I highly suggest calling your local winery and asking them what they do with their bottles after they empty them for their customers. A lot of them cannot sanitize the bottles, so they just sell it at a cheap rate. I buy mine for $2 a case, so I get 12 bottles for $2. Super excited about that. But everything else, yes, I bought at the Dollar Tree and Walmart. So I'm just going to go over everything that you have to have. Obviously you need a glue gun. I got that at Walmart, and some glue sticks. I did get some felt paper, or I don't know. This one is smoke, and then I got a light gray, which I kind of tore mine to pieces, but I have this color gray, and I have this one that I made for the ears. I also had to buy my washcloths at Walmart. They didn't have any more at the Dollar Tree. So if you can find like a beige color, get you one of those, and you can actually cut this in to 3 strips. I cut mine like right here and then right here to where I have 6 pieces. And then I cut it down the middle to where you have a piece just like this. And then I purchased cotton balls at the Dollar Tree. You can also get them at Walmart. That's for the nose. I did purchase this. It's like a Swiffer pad, and I've cut mine in half. I used this in my previous video for my Valentine gnome, and that was at the Dollar Tree. And then I purchased these, a 2-pack pair of socks at the Dollar Tree. They have all different kinds, so you pick which one that you want, the fuzzy socks. And then I purchased my fabric, and they're just fabric squares by Waverly. I get them at Walmart in the craft department. They're like 97 cents. Some of them are a little bit more. They can go up to $2 or $3. But I just got the plain kind. And then I have my wine bottle from my local winery. I believe that's everything. And you might need a couple glue sticks. So let's get started. So we're going to take our wine bottle. I'm going to move this back here. And I'm actually going to make, this is actually half of the square that I got. So I'm just going to wrap this entire thing on my bottle, because I don't want the pattern to show through. So we're just gonna wrap it all the way around. And I believe that is the part that I cut up there. So when you cut it in half, just to where you keep it to where it's the same, use the part you didn't cut on the bottom. I'm just trying to see, I think it was this side. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start at one end. I'm actually gonna turn it this way so I can show you. But I'm just going to take my glue gun and I'm just going to run a line of glue right there. And then I'm going to put my bottom of my wine bottle right there, and I'm just going to run it right there because it's going to pick it right up, and then I can just run it with my hands so I'm not burning myself with the glue. And then all I'm going to do is make sure that it doesn't go past the bottom of my bottle. And I'm just going to wrap it up. Now you can actually cut this in half if you just have a plain wine bottle. Or if you're planning on doing, if you don't care that it shows through, but I really don't want it to. So I'm going to run another line of hot glue right here on the back. And then just run it over like that. And then of course I've got everything. I've got all these little strings. So you want to just cut those off. And there's that part. So this part's done. So when we're doing our gnome, wherever you put your line, you know, make sure it's in the back. Don't put it in the front so that way you don't see it. But we're going to work on our hair now. If you don't want to use the Swiffer, you can get a mop head. You can do it that way too, but then you would have to cut those off, and I just don't feel like cutting all those off. Or you can actually go to Walmart, and they have this in their fabric. It's a bolt of fabric that you would have to have them cut it for you. But you can get a yard for under $15. They can do a quarter of a yard, a half a yard. It's really whatever you want. So if you really want to save money and you're going to do a lot of gnomes, I would refer you to go to Walmart to get it. You can go to Hobby Lobby and get this kind of hair. I think it's a 12 by 24 and you pay around $3 for it. So it's really up to you what you want to do. I'm just kind of testing the waters on different kinds of things that I can use because I don't have a Hobby Lobby close to me, so I would rather, you know, go to the Dollar Tree that's just 10 minutes up the road than have to drive 45 minutes to go to Hobby Lobby. So it's really up to you what you want to do. So, you know, if you want your hair to go on the bottom of this, because we want our hair to kind of stick out a little bit, so I'm just going to put glue right here. I'm going to cut this tag off, but there's a stitched line right here. I'm going to put some glue there, and then I'm going to put it at the bottom of my bottle. Make sure I got the back here. Cut this tag off. I'm just going to glue a line. And then I'm going to find the bottom. I'm going to go up just a smidge, and then I'm going to place that on there. I just want this to kind of stick out a little bit to where it, when you stand it up, its hair comes out on the table. So just like that. Alright, then what we're going to do is we're going to flip this over, and we're just going to run a bead of hot glue on there. So this is coming off from where I cut it. Okay, so that part is done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to clear a spot in here, and we're going to go back to this fabric that's on the back of the Swiffer. So we're just going to weed our way through here. I'm actually going to leave that. I want to go up a little bit higher because I don't want to, where we put our nose, our hat's going to come down to. So if you want more hair, then put it up higher. If you want more hat, then put it down lower. So if you clear out a spot, see right there, there's the fabric that's on the back to hold all this onto the pad. So we've got that clear. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our little washcloth, and we're going to take our cotton ball and kind of squish it. There's our kind of big. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to put a little dot of glue right up top there, so that way I can pretty much make this into like a taco. So I'm just going to put one little dab there. And then I'm just going to fold that in there and hold it down for just a second. Okay, so we have that to where it's kind of puffy. And then what we're going to do, we have both of our edges here. We're just going to take our finger and push this up like that. Push it up like that to where we have like one of those crab ragoon things that you get at a Chinese restaurant. It's the best way for me to describe it. That's how I describe it in every video, so if you've seen that before, you know what I'm saying. And then I'm just going to put some glue right inside there, so that way we can pinch that in there, ow, and not glue ourselves. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to take these two back flaps, and we're going to kind of cross them. We're going to put a little bit of glue right there. Like that, and hold it tight. And then we're going to take this one up here, and we're going to put it on top of this one back here. And I am gluing the crap out of my ears. Okay, and then we're just going to repeat the last flap that's up. I'm just going to put that right on top of there, and I got to get some of this glue string off my fingers. Okay. That way you can take it just like this, and that's the top of your gnome. And see, we have all of those folded on top of there. Alright. So now what we're going to do is we're going to clear this out. And right at the top of our hair that we have cleared out, wherever you're wanting that, go right at the top of your opening. Put some glue in there, and I need a glue stick. Okay, try not to get your hair in there. And you're just going to take your nose and set it right in there. You want your flaps to be up top. Just like that. And then you can take your hair and fluff it back around there. Of course, some of this is falling out, but it's alright. It's sticking to me. Okay? So that's what we've got. Cute little nose. Alright, then what we're going to do is put your sock on your gnome, and the heel of the sock you want in the back. So I'm just going to put this on here, and I'm going to show you what I did, so that way we can figure out where our ears are going to go. I already pre-cut mine, so that way I can show you. Okay. Let me find my little holes here. Get it straight, then we'll turn it back around. Okay, so figure out, after you put your hat on, you're not going to glue it, but you need to figure out where you want to place your ears at, and then pre-cut little holes in here. Like I have one right here and one right there. I just did 2 little slits in there, so that way I know. Then you need to take a pen and mark on your fabric, or if your ball is exposed, then get you a marker like a Sharpie or something, and just kind of make a line. So that way you know where your ears are going to go. See, I put a little line in there, and I'm going to take the sock off the top, and I'm actually going to glue some of this fabric down. Because I want my ears to stick pretty good. Usually I don't glue the top, I just shove it in there, but since we're doing ears, we're gonna have to. So, see, just like that. I folded the back and the front first, and then I did the sides where my little markings are. Okay? So, then what you're going to want to do, I have like my extra little greenery, so I just took one of these leaves and I trimmed it out for the inside of the ear, which is dark, the smoke gray, and then I put this on here and I traced this out so I could make it. So, you know, use what you have or eyeball it, figure out how big you want your ears to be. But this is how I'm going to do mine. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue the smoke gray onto the light gray. Now I'm going to put it up a little bit higher, only because I'm going to fold some of that light gray back. myself. I've already burned myself a couple times now. Okay, so now we have our ears all done, and I've got stuff all over them. Okay. So then what we're going to do is we want to do a little flap here, so that's actually going to be put back. Now what I want to do when I glue it is I want to curve it like this. I want to pinch the back first. Kind of glue that. So I'm gonna, because that's gonna be in my hat, so we're not gonna see that. So I'm just gonna put some glue right there, and I'm gonna pinch it. Kind of like this, see? Remove some of that glue up here. It's not all down in my crease, or I have to fold it back. I'm gonna go ahead and do this one while I'm holding this one. So we're pinching and we're waiting. That's pretty well, almost done. This part probably takes the longest. Alright. I'm going to set my scissors on that one to kind of hold that back. And then I'm going to fold this back here because this is the part that I want to glue onto my bottle. So I need to turn this away. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, so we're going to put some glue on there, just around the thing. And we're gonna put that right there. I'm gonna put a little bit of glue because I want this to kind of stay angled up. Got a big glob of glue, so I'm gonna wipe that down a little bit. Okay, so we got one ear done. Alright, this one is ready to go. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to fold the gray part back, the light gray, just like this. And we're going to run glue around the edge. Make sure I'm even here. Put that on there. And then I'm going to put some glue right here. Help it stay up. And make sure you're looking at your bottle so that way you kind of keep your ears even. Don't want them looking all weird. Looks pretty cute. It's the first time I've ever made one. A lot of things that I do, I just do it on a whim. So yeah, I'm making this for the very first time. I've just kind of seen some that I like and I just went from there. But I seen this and I thought it was really cute, so I wanted to make it, and I have plenty of wine bottles, so I thought, why not make a video on it? Okay. Now we're going to take our sock, make sure your heel's in the back. And I'm going to find my little holes that I made. I'm just going to put my fingers in there so that way when I go over the bottle, I can kind of work them up as I go. Just like that. Almost there. Alright, so we need to fix this a little bit because I did cut my holes kind of big, but we'll get it all figured out here. Okay, so I'm going to put a line of glue right up here on the nose to hold this hat down. Okay, and then I'm going to put some glue under here because I did make my holes a little big and I don't want it to come, I don't really want to show all the fabric. So I'm just going to place those right there. This one I cut way too big, so yeah, definitely need to get that up there. All right. Just want to look at him real quick before I flip him around. So he looks pretty cute. Yes, looks pretty adorable. So that's my Easter gnome. Yay! He turned out pretty cute. Alright guys, well I hope that you like this. Let me know what you think. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. I hope that you all have a blessed day. Thanks for watching.